Hello everyone, welcome back to my Phase 3 Analyze Improve phase for my sleep study. My name is Kristen Lewis and here we go. So here's a recap of my problem. The problem is that I don't get enough sleep. I wanted to give you guys a snapshot of my define and measure phase. And pretty much the goal of my define phase was to discover the best suited time that allows for a full night's rest to pretty much increase my daily performance and productivity. And for my measure phase, I did 4 weeks of 2 weeks of varied sleep times, and I documented that data. Then 2 weeks of achieving the best suited bedtime. That was acquired in Measure Part 1, and then I documented that data as well. Okay, so here is, there were several ways that I kept my records organized throughout this case study, and I'm going to show you guys several snapshots of what I have in Excel, because I believe the last time you guys weren't able to click on the actual link to the Excel. So like I just stated, I created a Excel spreadsheet. I had within the Excel spreadsheet the sleep questionnaires. I had calculations, totals, I had charts, I had reasons why I didn't meet the goals. I also had improvement charts. Okay, and so here is a snapshot of the Excel sheet that was for my measure phase, and you see I have calculations and charts for just to give me an idea of the trends. And then for the next slide, here is a snapshot of the Analyze Improve Excel spreadsheet. And also it has the root cause analysis over there sitting on the right hand side. And so also you see there's several charts for trends, and I will we'll look deeper into those in a second. So phase 3, the results of phase 3, I had several process failures, which means that I did not meet going to bed for 8 hours or sleeping for 8 hours. So we all know the purpose of the Analyze Improve phase. There is pretty much to analyze the data collected and the process deviations and reduce the deviations. It was really helpful for me by utilizing the 5 whys method. So when I had the deviations, I asked myself, why did I still feel tired? Why didn't I sleep for the 8 scheduled hours? Why did the deviations occur? Why did the parameters of the case study failures, why did they occur? Why didn't I develop a more realistic plan of action? So here is pretty much one of the charts from the previous slides magnified, and it just shows the trends of the hours that I slept weeks 3 and 4. So as you see, the hours slept are on the left hand side there, and 1 through 7 is Sunday through Saturday for weeks 3 and 4. Okay, so here are the hours slept. Weeks 1 and 2, that was just kind of like test weeks to just see which days or which amount of hours I felt most rested or more productive in my day. But weeks 3 and 4 is where you see the deviations, where I wasn't able to achieve the 8 hours. Okay, and so here, just magnifying the previous slide, here are the deviations for weeks 3 and 4. Pretty much for the 27th of week 3, the goal was not achieved. I did not sleep that night because I stayed up binge watching the season of Power with my mom. She was in town, and I'm visiting and just spending time with her. Okay. And also, just to pretty much figure out what's going on with my sleep and why I'm not getting enough sleep, I did a root cause analysis. And pretty much, there were so many things that I didn't even realize affected my sleep. For example, the environment and interruptions. Just living in the city, it's just very noisy, sirens, trains, interruptions, my neighbor, loud music, people walking outside talking, my cell phone, notifications from this class going off all night. I literally have to turn my phone off because you get out of control. We're so driven though as a class doing work at 12 a.m. So, it's just social activities and family visits and just people and work, schoolwork, my job. Just all of these things take play in like why I'm not getting the sleep, why there were deviations. So here are the breakdowns. The breakdown of the hours slept. And so pretty much the chart on the top here, it pretty much is a Pareto chart, and I just wanted to see the trends on, my sleep patterns for weeks 3 and 4. But I really wanted to see like each individual week. So these two charts here, they just kind of like magnify the 2 weeks that the amount of sleep that I got. And pretty much it's looking like my social and church are pretty much like the cause of like why I wasn't able to achieve the 8 hours. So for the analyze improve phase, I came up with a plan of action and pretty much to make modifications that are more realistic from 8 hours to sleeping from 7 to 6 hours per night. And then, just to eliminate the risk, lower the probability, lower the consequences of not sleeping. And I wanted to do that by applying an additional 3 weeks of data where I slept 7 to 6 hours. Unfortunately, for week 7, though, no data was collected due to me having to go to LA for a conference. And then right after I got back from LA, I went on vacation for 2 weeks to visit family for the Thanksgiving break. So improvement data, here's the data that I got from week 5 and week 6. And as you see the highlighted pink, those are the days that I did not achieve the 7 to 6 hours of sleep that I had initially planned, and that's Tuesdays and Thursdays. And here is a magnified snapshot of Tuesdays and Thursdays for weeks 5 and 6. And like I said, 7, I wasn't able to get that data as of yet, but it's pretty much things that I really can't change as far as like the meeting times, what time my meetings get out of church. They end at like 9:30, sometimes later. So on those days, on Tuesdays, I will be getting home late. Therefore, I will be going to sleep later. So the next steps for my project, I want to continue the improve phase. I want to finish collecting data for week 7. I want to create a control chart to just control my process, and I want to manage the risk and failures, which might end up, I might end up having to accept the risk of not being able to be be to bed between 7 to 6 hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but we shall see how things turn out. But I do want to thank you guys for tuning in to my presentation, and I wish you guys the best. Talk to you later. Bye.